Good, afternoon, and welcome back to Bald Feather Bets, everyone. We will give you a quick recap of NFL Sunday yesterday, and then lay out our play for tonight for Monday Night Football. And then we are adding already one play for this upcoming week for college football on Saturday that we want to get locked in here due to some potential line movement. So NFL Sunday yesterday, we were 39-5, so a very positive day for us there. Start out the early slate, we won all 8 games, so that was 30-0. The big, decision flipper one there was probably Houston coming back on Jacksonville. I think it was 30-10 at one point, or 29-10 or something. And Houston scored like 29 points in the fourth quarter and came back and won, which was absurd. Probably one of the craziest comebacks of the year. But when you have a defense like that can create turnovers, and then Jacksonville just isn't really a team that can put people away yet, that's something that can happen. So that gave us the win there, and then that sealed off the early slate where, we won our 8 games played, and we got all 8 right. Really, really positive on the morning. So start out 30-0. So obviously when you start out 30-0 and there's only 4 games left, 3 afternoon and 1 Sunday Night Football, you're probably going to have a positive day. And then in the afternoon we went 6-5. So we added to that positivity. The only game we lost was Cardinals plus 7.5 against the Seahawks, who had absolutely no chance. We've been talking about the Seahawks with you guys now for a couple of weeks. We think they're the best team in the NFL. DVOA would tell you they're the best team in the NFL. DVOA would tell you they're one of the best teams they're the best team since the 2007 Patriots, who went undefeated. Essentially, unless Sam Darnold shits his pants in a playoff game, the Seahawks are winning the Super Bowl. But Sam Darnold can shit his pants in a playoff game. So that's a possibility. In that afternoon window, I thought there was a good fight from the 49ers against the Rams, but ultimately that's just too many injuries, just too much. Just too much. So we like that 49ers team a lot when they play the Rams, especially due to that coaching matchup where Shanahan seems to have an edge over McVay. But in this instance, the Rams are probably one of 3 or 4 teams that can win the NFC, and the 49ers are just so decimated. It's sad that it always happens to them like this. And then the Lions over the Commanders. Yeah, we told you. Commanders, they're also another team that's just so decimated. They didn't. It would have been hard for them to get that win in the first place, but then you had the added motivation for the Lions of the fact that, hey, they wanted that because the Commanders knocked them out of the playoff last year. They had Trump there, Amon-Ra doing the Trump dance after he scores it. There was just a lot of factors there for added motivation for the Lions. And I thought that was a really tough spot for the Commanders. It was a really tough spot for them to try and cover that spread. Then we got into Sunday Night Football. We gave you guys that play in a short. Promised you that. We got it out there. Happy to see that. Casey made an appearance in that short. Apparently she's a good luck charm because we won that one with 3 units. So 30-0, 6-5, and then 3-0 brought us to 39-5 on the day in NFL Sunday yesterday. So positive day. Again, goal here is we just stack positive days on top of positive days. So then Monday Night Football tonight. Very interesting game here. You have the Packers coming off a disappointing performance against Carolina after having a very amazing performance against the Steelers. But that is kind of par for the course with this Packers team under the regime of Love and LaFleur. They play to the competition. So they play up to competition, they play down to competition. We've already given you this pick, so you guys know what it is, but we're just talking a little bit about it. We like the Packers here. You guys, we laid them at -1.5 for 5 units. You guys can now get it at a better number. You guys can get -1. So if you haven't taken it yet, take the -1, obviously. The Packers are at home, coming off of a disappointing performance. I know Tucker Kraft is out. I know that's a an issue. I do like a little bit of what the Eagles did at the trade deadline, but I don't think it makes that big of a difference in this game. Still have concerns a little bit with this Eagles team. They have cleaned up a lot of the issues that I was seeing beginning of the season offensive line-wise, but not enough to where I trust them in a spot if they were to get down against Rashawn Gary, Van Ness, and Parsons. Still, I think the Packers have the most formidable pass rush in the NFL when they get a lead on teams. Now, my heart hates this pick because not only would the Packers get a win here that then keeps them above the Lions in the NFC North, the Lions have to play the Eagles next Sunday Night Football. And so then the Eagles will be coming off a loss, needing a win. It's all this is bad for the Lions, but we don't pick with our heart at Bald Feather Bets. We pick with our head. So yeah, we like the Packers here tonight, minus the 1.5. Think that if they can play with a lead, they will be able to influence and impact the Eagles' passing game. A.J. Brown is back and playing, but there's something about the Eagles' offense that if you get them in the right spot, I don't like this year. Whereas last year, they really didn't have any weaknesses, and this year there's something about it. I can't quite put it into words what it is, but it's just off. Not quite as off as it was to start the season, but it's just a little off. And we like the Packers in this spot. We think they're going to show up big for a primetime play up to your opponent type game. Okay, and then we are adding one pick for College Football Saturday. So we're taking Oklahoma plus 7.5 against Alabama for 5 units. Get that number now while you can. I think you're good to play that thing, anything down to Oklahoma plus 7. All right. Thank you all. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Monday. Enjoy Monday Night Football tonight. We'll be back at you again tomorrow for our Tuesday college football wrap up. And at this point in November now, it's a college football playoff talk video and about what we see for the playoff and what we like in terms of futures potentially. Then we'll be back at you Wednesday for our NFL recap and also kind of playoff picture NFL window. And then I think we got an absolute shit game for Thursday Night Football, if I remember correctly. No, maybe. I think the Patriots are actually in that one. I think it's Patriots and Jets. So, one good team, one bad team. And then, I don't know if we're going to have a Friday night. This one, there's a couple of games that we're eyeing. I'd be surprised if they moved into play categories, but I've been surprised by that before. And then obviously College Football Saturday, NFL Sunday, there is a Spain game. Madrid, I think. That is a terrible game. That is Dolphins and Commanders. And then the Monday night game. So we'll be back at you with everything that we do throughout the week and the weekend this week, and we'll keep an eye on Friday to see if anything moves into a play category there. But thank you. Have a great rest of your Monday. Stay safe and enjoy Monday Night Football.